Here is one of the video systems that we use in this household with a Rode mic and a manual lens. Sadly, this camera was bought way before taking full HD video with a DLSR was a massive thing, so this particular model does not have the turning display, which then means that you can't see yourself while you're shooting yourself. You can't use the focusing features while you're doing that, or you can't use that anyway because you'll be using a manual lens. But most importantly, since these things are limited to roughly 12 minutes of runtime, you can't actually run them continuously. And because they have a limit of 12 minutes on full HD, it would be nice if you could see when it stopped recording, but there's nothing in front that will tell you that it has stopped recording. It has this little light here, so if we turn this thing on and we start recording video, we can see that this thing starts to flash, that it's taking the video. Now the problem with this is you can't see this from the front. If you're sitting there in the picture, you can't see the LED. So we're going to fix that with a sensor and another LED.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make a thing that will see when the camera recording LED flashes, and it's going to then transmit that information to another LED, which then flashes when the camera LED does. So once the camera LED stops flashing, that also stops flashing. So to do that, we're going to need a sensor. And we're going to define the A7 as the sensor pin. And then we're going to need the pin for the LED. And we're going to define pin number 2. And then we're going to also initialize the sensor value to 0. And if you want to debug this, I would use the serial begin here, but since I don't need to debug this, and I roughly know what the sensor is going to report, the sensor is going to report, as it's an analog read that we're going to use, it's going to report anything from between 0 and 1024. And since we already know that, we're going to use that information, and we're going to take that information in, we're going to divide that by 4, and then we're going to just send it directly to the LED pin. And before we go there, we need to declare that the LED pin is in fact an output pin. So we'll go ahead and read the sensor. And once we have that information, we are going to write that to the LED pin. And then we're going to wait for 100 milliseconds. And now it's complete.
Okay, now we have our prototype here. We have a light sensor here, and we have a LED here. So we'll just power this thing up, and we'll power this thing up. And we'll then start recording. And if we now place this here, it'll blink just like the recording light.
And if we then turn this thing off, the blinking stops and it'll either go on or off permanently. And there you know that the recording has stopped and you need to restart it again. Now in the next time we'll figure this prototype into a proper soldered version and we'll make a housing for it. But that's all for today. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.